before for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, you're now drinking the wine of Zeus. And close this and stuff like that. I don't want things to be all exposed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mess up with the light. Because that's what we talking about today. We actually trapping light. So we're actually concealing light and things. And light is just information. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You create light and also you receive light as a spirit. Okay? So really the only thing you can do is really create, you know, how you see something, and based upon how you see something, that can become, you know what I'm saying, your motherfucking child or your character and stuff like that. That's gonna become your character. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, just based upon your elements and the shit that you got mixed and mingled with your astrology chart and things, we kind of limit it in what we want to express, you know what I'm saying? And we might have to go through other means to actually get that, hit that target and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially based upon this system that, you know, that was created for us, you know, by the shadows and things, you know what I'm saying, to actually even uh for the purpose of actually participating. And so like we may be behind in a game depending on how long you've been doing this and stuff like that. And you know, you may be a little bit behind, you know what I'm saying? And so you may not have a way to see yourself, you know. And as every day is a way about how you see yourself and controlling your character and how to actually go ahead and start expressing that and things, and to not come off a certain way and get lost into oh shit, and get lost into the current events, because that's the only thing that's happening. You know what I'm saying? So everything is tied to the numbers. What we trying to come to as a conclusion, you know what I'm saying? And how to do that using our masculine and feminine, you know what I'm saying? So masculine will correlate with more numerology. You know what I'm saying? What's logical, what number you got to come to subtract yourself, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, do subtraction. So to subtract yourself from a situation and apply that logic of what number you need to come to, and then the gematria will be like what you assign as your virtue and principle, and then you can like assign a number to that gematria, you know what I'm saying, which is, I mean, not the virtue, which is the virtue, you know what I'm saying, and then numerology would be more so the principle. So you know what I'm saying, every day we deal with numbers, we deal with, you know what I'm saying, numbers, and based upon how they attract, how they utilize the tracking of the planet system and shit like that, you can better foresee, you know what I'm saying, what may be happening to you internally and shit like that. And the better you know how to separate from that and deal with that, you don't have to get lost. You know what I'm saying? Because we not these thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. So we only create thoughts and feelings to kind of express, you know what I'm saying, what space our spirit is in and things. And then whatever space your spirit is in, that's what you're going to create a mind for. And you know what I'm saying, shit, you create your mind how you create your mind. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do it like the next person. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I break down this system for y'all, y'all going to be able to understand how to either know what you can get lost in, you know what I'm saying? Or you can, or what you can, or not even get lost in, but y'all, I stay by a fire station, y'all, so y'all just gotta bear with me every time this motherfucking fire. And these motherfuckers just be doing this shit on purpose. Ain't no way there's damn many more fires in this bitch. They be running drills and shit, trying to get people in lower vibrations and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Fuck them. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So once you're able to separate in things and create your own thoughts and feelings, and you'll be able to get out of lower vibrations and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, where you don't develop no motherfucking energies that ain't necessary, because it's thousands of spirits here and shit like that that's pushing out energies and shit like that that you can get, you know, um, sucked in by, you know what I'm saying? And the more you don't have no way to see and feel and things, you know what I'm saying, that would mean you would be kind of correlating with them desires. And when you, if you correlate with them desires, you will manifest that situation in your actual life. Okay. So it's all about trapping light, controlling character, and uh, you know, so you can get more centered and more aware of your space and stuff like that. And that'll put you in a position where, you know, you will know the main questions that we ask every day: who, what, when, no, who, what, where, because it's always the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dimensions that we dealing with. Mainly the ones that we can correlate down here. 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension is just like the essence of where we at and shit like that from a broader scale. But who, what, where, when, how, and why. So that's the only those the only conclusions you're gonna come to every single day. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. And then that kind of helps you with your 6th dimensional character. It's 6 and stuff like that, and you would better know how to navigate utilizing your life path number and shit like that. So you got to know your life path number. Now I learned about this. If y'all want to know how to utilize your life path numbers and shit like that, y'all should go watch Uriel Dolo the Pilot Man, subscribe to his channel and shit like that. He teaches numerology, gematria from the most pure space that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. But once you realize that, you'll realize that it's a system that we doing every day and shit like that. And once you can come to them conclusions of what that system is and shit like that, it's going to be a choice for you to get lost. You know what I'm saying? Because you will start realizing every spirit is utilizing this system. You know what I'm saying? And you, it's gonna play out for you a specific way based upon your life path number and um and all that. Now you come to your life path number by I think adding your birthday, the year, and the month number. And then that's what you can find out what number you are as a life path number and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's all about not getting lost into thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all just trying to remain pure and shit like that. But just based upon, you know, just us being in a world where, you know, it's a lot of filtering systems to kind of filter through, you know, what we may do. We may go about that the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? In other people's eyes, but we can't control the external. We can only control how we feel on the internal and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? And the more you can control on the internal, what you got going on the internal, the more you can situate yourself in a circumstance where you will start putting yourself in a space where if you separate from them things, you can keep that purity, and then you'll keep attracting thoughts and feelings that'll put you in a space where you will be more pure and within your presentation and within your natures as a spirit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of developing you know what I'm saying, unnecessary shit. You know what I'm saying? So the more you can do that, you can do, you know what I'm saying? You'll be good. But yeah, other than that, let's get to the system and shit like that. So like I said, is who your main questions we ask every day. Who, what, where, when, how, why. Okay? So now is they already gave you the system for you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically the day, like whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or some shit like that, Saturday, you know what I'm saying? That would be the natures you would be dealing with of the day. So for instance, today is a Mercury day. So for Mercury and thing, we'll be like trying to take power control over a conversation or a thought or a communication or how we think, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So that would be the nature that we dealing with. But when it get to like numbers and shit like that, go beyond astrology a little bit because it's more dealing with the essence and all that, you know. But yeah, so let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it so y'all can understand numerology and gematria before we get into the actual system. All right. So, uh, numerology. Numerology is subtraction. Okay. So, it is symbol or a measure of how much something to give. So you would subtract yourself, and that would be the principle or the operative. Okay, so the numerology is the symbol or measure of how much something to give, which is subtraction, um, and adding. No, no, and well, symbol measure of something on how much to give. So subtracting yourself, and that's the principle or the operative. So you will be subtracting yourself from a situation. So like numerology, let's say you saw the number one in things or whatever. You how you come to that number in numerology. So let's say you a life path number 5. You know what I'm saying? So you may be doing things with your emotions and shit, but the numerology of the day may be number 1, right? So you would use number 1 as the numerology, and you would participate in that ritual and spell, and that would, but you, just by you doing that, you are subtracting yourself and you utilizing that. So that's how it play out as subtraction and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now gematria on the other hand, that's adding a number to a thought or feeling, which is the virtue or the speculative. So that's adding on to something. So that's like you already doing something, right? You already having thoughts and feelings about something, but you would be assigning a number to it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what you will get with the virtue and the principle of that circumstance or situation. Okay? So yeah. So so when it gets to who, what, when, where, how, and why, the who is your gematria and your that's the gematria and numerology you already created for yourself. So that will be you, whatever your life path number is. And that's how it will play out. The what of the day will be the numerology of the day. So that would be your that would be the number you're trying to come to the conclusion of. So like I said, remember, numerology is what you're trying to do. You are trying to subtract yourself to play out this number. So that's how they already created the system, and you can already figure out the numerology of the day. The where would be the astrology, the external astrology. So that would play out like the sun. That would play out like, you know, where you're trying to point it towards. That would play out like the location and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? On the external. and things. So you may be trying to currently the where of what we trying to do is trying to take power and control over some shit. You know what I'm saying? With the sun in Scorpio. Okay. The wind is the astrology that more so deals with the internal. So that will correlate more with the moon. And that would be what follows the location and your response to it. So that would be like how you react and respond to where it's going on. But when it's happening is would be more correlated to the moon. And then the how you gonna go about it is numerology again, and the why you gonna go about it is gematria again. So let me give y'all an example. So somebody give me they life path number in the comments and shit like that. I need a life path number. Anybody a life path number? Okay, well, it's nobody wanna participate. No life path numbers. Y'all know y'all life path number. All right, let me do this then. All right, 2. We got Angelica Faye. Shout out to Angelica Faye for giving me 2. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all because it's all about creating character. Now, character deals with the number. Bruh, I'm so tired of these damn ambulances. All right, so we're gonna do because it's all about coming to a 6. You know what I'm saying? That 6 represents sex, the mind, and everything coming together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all can do this yourself and then know how to do this daily to know how to separate from thoughts and feelings and you kind of getting, you know, overwatched up out of current and shit like that. But shout out to Angelica. We're gonna do her first. Shout out to Drakeo too for giving me his shit. But so you always start with this, you know what I'm saying? The 6th dimension, you know what I'm saying, all the way to the 1st and shit like that. All right, then you do who, you do what, you do where, you do when, you do how, and then you do why. Okay? If y'all can see my writing, I don't write the best, but it's who, what, where, when, how, and why. Sometimes I can't even read my own shit. But it's all good though. 2 is reduced to 11. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do the system now. So 2 is you. So that's who. So that's gonna be you. That's gonna be your gematria and numerology. That's what you came here and summoned, and you gave your own gematria, which is your internal, you know, your virtue and things, and then your numerology will be the number of like how you like to go about stuff. So that's who it's happening to and shit like that. So everything that come in your space only gonna play off that number. Okay? Then what you're gonna be doing is the number of the day. So I think today is the number 6 day, right? So you do 2, 6. Where it's happening is Scorpio. When it's happening is Pisces. How it's happening? Okay, so this is what you do. So now you would add 2 and 6, 8. So some people, sometimes when you add the who and what, you're going to come to a conclusion of either a compound number or one number. If you come to one number, then you will just just add more space to it for your why and shit like that. So that means it's totally up to you. But if you come to a compound number, then you can utilize it. Let me just show you first. So this is how I look. So who is you? That's your 2. What you will be doing is 6. You know what I'm saying? So you would be trying to utilize what's gaining attention or something like that for your own favor right now. Where it would be going on is within deep emotions, Scorpio type shit. Okay? How you would respond to that is, so when it's happening, you know what I'm saying, you would need to add a little bit more Pisces energy. How you can go about that today is give your time to something. 8, because that's, you gotta know numerology to do this. You would utilize 8, give your time to something, and to see something play out. And then why you would be doing that is for 0, because basically for your own space, you know what I'm saying? Because 0 just adds more awareness and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or more space. So you would give your time to something or whatever. But this is how it would look though. So you ask, what am I doing? Who is always you? What do you got to do today? So you got to come to 6. You know what I'm saying? So you will have to figure out what you paying attention to, and then you can ask, okay, well, where is it coming from, or something like that. Then it will be Scorpio. Yeah. And then this is how you would have to add on to it, Pisces. How you would do it is you would have to do it with the number 8 though. So you have to start giving your time and shit. And why you will be doing it is because you would need more space. You know what I'm saying? You would need more surroundings. You would need more, you know what I'm saying? So you would utilize the number 8 today, because it will be why? Because you in a hole, or you would be like in a hole or something. So you'll be trying to get a hold on something or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you would utilize the 1 through 6. So either today somebody will be trying to put you in a hole or whatever, or you will feel stuck or in a hole or something like that. And if you don't want to be in this hole, this is how you got to get out of this hole. You will use 8. Now, if you know the planets and the planetary numbers and representations behind each planet and shit like that, you can utilize the planetary numbers. It'll take it a little bit more deeper and shit like that, especially if you start correlating it with your houses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Boom, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? But this is why it will be happening, because you would be trying to get out of, you would be trying to spark something or get out of something. You know what I'm saying? But you would have to give your time to something. You know what I'm saying? So utilize your time to see something play out. You know what I'm saying? And then where it's going to be happening is where the energies is at today. You know what I'm saying? With Scorpio, you know. So so this is where. Then when it's happening, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And then yeah, who is happening to you is your life path number. And then what's happening is 6 and shit like that. So that's what you need to come to, you know. But, you know, so this is how you can control your character and shit like that. And depending on what you receiving, because it's either, and shout out to Dolo, because he said nothing's happening to you or for you, but it's happening through you and shit like that. And once you can see what's happening, because it's going to play out like it's happening to you, or it's going to play like it's happening for you, but it's just really happening through you. So you can either jump into these energies and start utilizing it for, you know, your own character, because it's the sixth system. You know what I'm saying? It's the 6th system, and 6 is your character. You know what I'm saying? And all the way from you, the individual, what you doing, what are you relating with the world? You know what I'm saying? Once you relate with the world, it creates a surrounding, an environment. That's the sun. You know what I'm saying? That's the, you know, that's Scorpio. It's shit like that. When it's happening is how you respond to it. So when it's happening, you may need to add a little bit more imagination, a little bit creativity, a little bit expansion, a little bit teaching, belief, faith, imagination, right? How you need to do that is give your time to something. Hey, it's also Uranus. Probably need to change. You probably need to rebel against something. You probably need to, you know what I'm saying? And 0 is because you in the hole, or you're trying to give birth, or you in a womb to something. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you do the little 6-pointed star ritual system that they got all of us in and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's how you can control your character, and then once you utilize that, whatever come your way, you will know why it's happening. You will know how you need to go about it. You know what I'm saying? You will know everything. And shit like that. And that's the way love goes. But yeah, so y'all can do that y'allself now. And shit like that. So y'all don't necessarily have to get, lost into each part of it. You know what I'm saying? And then once you not get lost into each part of it, you'll be able to maneuver a little bit better. You'll be able to gain the trust of spirits a little bit more and shit like that, because you essentially trust in yourself and shit like that. Shout out to Drake, yo. I'm pretty sure you did that shit yourself, and you was like, yo, yeah, okay, I see it. And shit like that. And I'm a life path number 9. So it don't matter what number I add with my number, it's always gonna come out to the number that it's added to. And that's how I even know, like, I was able to, like, manifest this, like, knowledge and shit like that. This little life of mine. Yeah, but yeah, that's really it. You know what I'm saying? So, cause we always, always trying to represent our character, our space and shit like that. And your space is your numerology and how you operate it down here. So, like I said, the who is your gematria and numerology. The what you doing is the number that you're trying to come to out throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Where it's happening and shit like that is what the energy of the day is. That's Scorpio. And when it's happening is when you need to respond to it. That's the moon. You know what I'm saying? And then how you can go about that is when you do that adding, you add your number to the number of the day, and then you will come to the conclusion of you will come to that number, and then that's how you can go about it. And then why you will be doing it will be the virtue of that number, because whatever you're receiving, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you're, so it's like a number system and shit like that. Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, it's all about not getting washed up under these currents, and these currents is big. You know what I'm saying? So the more you know how to, the more you know how to dance and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, you'll become hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to dance, though. You got to know how to dance. You got to know. But, I essentially put this out. I was contemplating on putting this video out for a minute and stuff like that, but I got a lot of systems that I can put out, that I can share and shit like that, but I don't be sharing all of them and shit like that, because everything ain't for mainstream and all that. Some of this shit is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, behind closed doors, but for, just for basic knowledge and stuff like that, and it's just for everybody don't get washed under the current, you know what I'm saying, it's just better at it to help you delegate, the system that's being played. And then, like I said, every day this would change. and shit like that. And the more you can do it in order and shit like that, you know, the more, you know, you can develop some type of systematic discipline, and you know, you'll be straight, you'll be Gucci and shit like that. But it ain't about seeing no results overnight. You know what I'm saying? This is a current thing. You know, it's a current thing, and shit got to be put to the test. So I was testing this out on myself for a long time before I even brought it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to see stuff, and then I asked some other people, like, you know what I'm saying, what you know, and then they, you know, so it played out like I was reading their mind or something like that, because I just knew, because I knew their life path number, you know, and you know what I'm saying, it's just shit I do as Zeus. But yeah, I ain't gonna take up all y'all time. But yeah, this is the art of like trapping light. You know what I'm saying? So now you can know who, you know what I'm saying, who is being played out of. Is always you. What's happening? So what number you trying to come to? You know what I'm saying? Where it's happening? You know, when it's happening? How it's happening to you? How you need to go about it? Because the how, the how is either how it's gonna be happening to you, or how it's gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? So it may hit you, like Angelica, let's use her. So it may hit you like you may need to be giving your time to something, or, you know what I'm saying? Or, yeah, the how is that. So it may be happening to you, or maybe something that you need to do, in the why. The why. So that's what you may experience and shit like that. And the best you can do is like just know the system and like go from there. But yeah, that's it, man. And I'm Cashapp CeitoLLC, the spirit coach. Get your ass in shape for the age of Aquarius. Get your ass in the game.